Chris, just to follow up, I think what's being asked is, can we merge the two lists? To have you and this other lady work together, always, not have a separation, and just have them share the information with you and the, you know, because there's still, if somebody's asked for information and they talk to the fellowship, are they giving every bit of the study groups? And if they call you, are they giving every bit of the study groups over here? So we need to have monthly conversations between the two groups and things like that.
And then your question is very legitimate. When we embraced this idea of a strategic plan, it was clear to us that study group transcend any borders of any group or associations. We are dedicated to service those study groups. And for us, study groups do not need to be part of any organization. We will support any study groups, whether they're members of UI or fellowships or independent, as long as they respect certain criteria, which are the sole study of the Urantia book. They don't engage in channeling, and they don't engage in political issues. It is very important and solely dedicated to the growth of the individual and the community. Now, in addressing the idea of exchanging names and changing database, of course there's concern from some part of the people. We don't want those names to be used for a political reason, neither on our side, neither on the other side. So we talked about this yesterday with Daryl and someone else. I can't remember who it was. James was with us, I guess, or someone else, or Rick. And we talked about this issue of sharing information. And we will come out with a policy that each organization will agree to, that if ever there's an exchange of names of it or any information, those names, they will all be held in trust as never to be used for any political purpose. They will solely be used for study group purpose. Never will those people will receive any information about any organizations. Only information they will receive will consist works in study groups. So we might come to a time where we will have a separate database that will encompass all those study groups. So wherever you are in the world, where you will want to meet someone, when you want to meet someone, you will be able to call that number or get in contact with such person that will be from both organizations, and they will enjoy the benefit of meeting with people to study the Urantia book exclusively. But it'll take time, so it needs some work, but we're working at it. Okay, we're going to be having a workshop where we will answer most of those questions about the strategic plan. So
Can I just ask one question?
Yeah, okay, we'll answer that last one.
And this can be yes or no, is there any reason why I cannot join both associations?
Yes.
And as the leader of a study group, register my study group in both?
As long as we don't try to politicize each other.
No.
For me, I don't see any wrong in that. Some people will see different philosophical issue with that. I don't know. I'm lucky because where I come from, we're French, and because of that, we were not mixed up inadvertently in whatever happened here in the United States. Not to say that everything, you know, I don't want to condemn anything or whatever, but we were not part of that. So we were on our own, and we grew. So I don't have nothing against it. But there's no formal policy that came out that we said that you cannot be part of one or the other. I know people here that are part of both. As long as we don't try to politicize. If you go in one group and you say, no, no, you should belong to that other group, that's wrong. Respect the organization in which you are in. Do not try to promote the view of the other while you're within another. Respect that. And if we act with respect towards each other, there'll come a time when we won't see the difference because our purpose will be similar. And the means by which we attain that purpose might be different. But let's not fall on those purpose. Let's work on the goals that we have. And the goals are study groups and try to improve the world around us. So, thank you very much for your listening.
First of all, I'm the UAI Study Group Committee Chairman. And I'd welcome your membership and welcome your study group into our database. So that's no problem at all. We had a study group committee meeting last weekend in Chicago, and one of our members from the committee has talked about the dryer. So that has been discussed last weekend and at this event also. So the problem I'm trying to deal with here is how do you respect the privacy of people on our database and their database and still share them? So that's what we're working through right now.
Trying to develop the policies.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out how to respect the privacy of people on the mailing list.